Of course I was muted, bro. What a fitting welcome back. I oversleep, I come back, I'm muted. I miss you guys so much. Hello. Oh my god. I hope you guys have been doing amazing. Elsadas, TND, Chainik, Heavenly. I hope you guys have been good. Oh my god. I miss streaming so much. You guys have no idea. I probably could have started streaming again, like, maybe earlier last week, but I had to start going back to work. And I didn't want to, like, stretch my voice too much because I was still kind of sick when I went back. But I'm, like, for the most part better now. I think that singing is still kind of hard, but outside of that, like, my voice is pretty much back, which is great. Because I got sick, like, so bad. I haven't been sick like this in, I don't know, at least 5 years, I think. Which is like, of course it would be right when I get a job and I have JLPT and I have end of the year projects I'm working on. I have everything lined up and the universe is like, nah, boom. But you know what? We live though. That's the important part, is that everything came through in the end. I have like so much stuff to like catch up with everybody about just because it's been so long. So not today. That is fact. I really did. No, I've never been so serious about resting in my entire life. But yeah, so I got quite sick. It was pretty bad. It was the first time that I've been like, I never went like, I was never bedridden in the sense of like the image that the stupid meme that I put in the thumbnail. I was never like bad enough that I was in a hospital or anything, but I was bedridden for like a couple days, which I feel like I should have been bedridden, but I'm like too stubborn, so I would go and like sit in my chair instead and just be chair ridden in my room. I feel like if you're not moving around, it's like almost the same, you know what I mean? But yeah, I got like a bag of cough drops and I was just like slamming cough drops for like days. It was not great. I learned that you're not actually supposed to do that. Cause I was like, you guys ever do something and then you think about it and you're like, wait, this might be stupid, and then you like go and Google it to see if you're actually doing the wrong thing or not, even though you're probably gonna keep doing it if it's not like good for you. I looked it up. Technically, you can have like a ton of cough drops if you don't buy the menthol ones. If they have menthol as an ingredient, you're not supposed to do it. And most of them, including the ones I had, did have menthol, and I was like, I don't care. Cause once you're sick enough, you don't even like bother thinking about stuff like that, I swear. You're just like, I don't care. If it feels better, go. You know, when I was younger though, it's been so long since I've done this, but when I was younger, instead of using cough drops, what I would do is my dad would buy me like a bunch of this candy called Lifesavers. I don't know if you guys know what Lifesavers are, because I don't know if it's a like Canadian thing, or I think it's probably in America. Charlotte, I'm pretty sure Lifesavers is pretty global, but they're just like these little like disc shape like hard candies, and I would just like have like a bunch of packs of those and just absolutely spam them when I got sick. Like I would just constantly be eating them. That was my That was my way of doing it back when I was a kid. And I don't know if that would be better or worse than using like the menthol cough drops. Like obviously cough drops are more soothing, I guess. But I don't know if like I guess like it would be less likely to damage your vocal cords, but worse for your health overall. That's probably the reality of it, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I didn't really plan today's stream like at all. I was just like, I wanna come back and say hello, you know. I do have a lot of stories though. I have had quite a bit of stuff happen since I was last able to stream. I think the biggest of which being that I wrote JLPT. I did it. I know my last stream actually was my study stream for JLPT. That I'm pretty sure was like a really short stream. And then I was super spooked because my whole plan this year going into JLPT is that I would revise a little going in slowly, and then because it was on a Sunday, I got the Friday and the Saturday before it off. So I was like, I'm gonna cram study for like the 2 days in front of it. Really get my grammar and everything back up and just try and remember as much stuff as I can. And then I'll go and write it on Sunday. And if I forget a decent amount after that, it's fine, right? You know, it's whatever. So I did that stream. The week starts to go by and I get hella sick. Like I get so sick that Friday rolls around and I can barely stay out of my bed long enough to study anything. Like I had no energy. It was so bad. And I was like, well, there's always, you know, what I did actually is I emailed the JLPT people. I was like, yo, can I like get a refund or get like a postponed test date? And I was pretty sure the answer was going to be no for both. And I was correct. They were like, no, we have a really strict refund policy, sorry. And it makes sense. Like this is a test that they reserve 2 rooms for each level and they run once a year. And it's niche enough that for it to be like affordable for them, they charge you like $100 to write it. It's pretty expensive. Don't get into Japanese, y'all. Not worth it. But anyway, they were like, nope, we can't do anything for you. I'm sorry about that. And I was like, damn, I guess I'm just gonna be out of $100 probably. And then Saturday came around and I was feeling good enough that I was able to study a little bit. Not a lot, but I got a bit of studying done. Right, so I remember now. Thursday, I couldn't study at all. Friday, I got a little bit. And Saturday, I was still feeling not good, but I was good enough that I was able to write a practice test for the JLPT, right? I was able to go through on the website. They had exam from like, I think it was quite a while back, like maybe 10 years ago or something. But I was able to find old exams for JLPT, right? So I downloaded them and I went and I wrote it, and that was like me checking in with how Jover it was, basically. And I will say as well, so going into it, I misremembered how the test works. I thought that to pass JLPT, you need a score of 2/3 in every section, is what I thought. I thought you needed to have like about 67% or whatever across all of the sections, which there's 3. There is vocabulary and kanji is one section. Grammar and reading comprehension is another section, and listening is the final section, right? So that's what I thought. The actual reality is that you can pass if you have an average score of about 53% and a minimum score of 1/3 in every category. And I saw that and I was like, wait, like even if I'm not doing well, surely I can at least get like a half average. So I wrote the practice test and I scored, I think it was like an average of 76 or so, or 77 maybe. I got like a 70 in vocab kanji, like a 78 in grammar reading, and like an 81 in listening or something. And funnily enough, I think when I wrote the actual JLPT, my scores probably flipped. I don't know, because I don't get my score back until I think late January. But I think I did better on vocab kanji, about the same on grammar and reading, and worse on listening. But like, if I haven't dropped off by a margin of a whole 25%, then I passed. So I'm pretty sure, like surely, I didn't fall off that hard. Cause like it felt fine when I wrote it, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that I was able to pass, which makes me happy, cause it just feels kind of surreal. Like I started prepping for JLPT 2.5 years ago, maybe pushing 3 years ago, cause I skipped all the way from being like a beginner at Japanese to studying for the like mid-level N3 one. And I was supposed to write it last year, but I forgot to apply. I forgot to apply to write the test last year. And so I had to write it this year instead, like a year after I did all of my textbook studying and everything. But thankfully, I feel like it was actually tailored in a way that having like a more conversational understanding of Japanese also worked pretty well. So, you know, it feels kind of surreal that like this test that I've been like building up to for like a couple years is just over now. Like I'm still waiting to like get my certification, but it's like, you know, damn, like it's done. From now on, like, now it's weird because I don't want to write N2. Or like, maybe I want to try getting N2 JLPT at some point. But N2 is way harder. Like I would have to hit the books again for a while. And I think what I'm more interested in is having like a more conversational understanding of Japanese. I want to, like, what if I could be friends with some Japanese VTubers? Imagine that. Like, what if I was like comfortable enough that I could like stream with people? That'd be so sick. So I feel like that is probably going to be more my goal for the next little while with Japanese, is to just get more like conversationally okay with it. I actually reinstalled, I went back on the language exchange app for the first time in a long time, like probably at least a year. No, not the first practical time in a year. I've probably reopened it in the past year, but I didn't do anything. Because those apps, it's like, it's really hard to make any sort of meaningful connection. But I had a nice conversation yesterday. I messaged this one person. I was like scrolling through and I saw somebody whose profile looked okay and it said very responsive, and I was like, okay, this is my chance. Let's go. Let's talk to somebody. And I ended up having a nice conversation about music with some random girl from Japan. It was crazy. She was like, she was into singing, played piano, guitar, bass. I was like, bro, just start your own band at that point. Like, all you need is the drums. You know, wait, I used to play drums. Bro, that was my opportunity. That was my chance. I could have snuck myself in there. Damn. It was cool. I hope I can keep talking to them later, actually, because they're interesting. But yeah, it's been fun going through with all of the Japanese stuff off stream. It was really tough. Like, when I went, I felt so bad because I was still really sick when I wrote the test. Like, it was so brutal, y'all. I was really sick. I had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. because I had to catch my bus. No, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. because I had to catch my bus at 5:40. And so I took a bus at 5:40 a.m. for about an hour. And that's actually not the end of the trip. I then had to get off, wait in like the -10 Celsius cold wind at 6 in the morning for 20 minutes in order to get my next bus that actually took me there. And this is all because they wanted everything to start at 8, right? The test starts at 8. And what it actually was is they had registration until 8 that you were supposed to be there for, but it was actually open after that anyway because they had a 2-hour in-classroom ID check. The ID check in question is you had to bring a piece of photo ID with you, and you would put it on the table, and they would look at it, and they would look if it matched the name that you applied with, and if the photo matched your face. Like, when I tell you that they had this 2-hour block of time allotted, and like 95% of the people that wrote the test with me didn't even come into the room until the last 20 minutes. We had to wait like 2.5 hours. I literally had to wait so long to actually write the test. It was so brutal. I was coughing so much. I was really scared that I was gonna get in trouble during the listening section, because what I was trying to do to be a reasonable person is I was trying to hold my coughs in until the question was done being read, and then I would cough during the answering section as to not disrupt anybody, right? But then I thought about it, and I remember, have you guys ever seen, oh god, what game show was it? I think it was like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where there's like this really infamous like clipped moment of like, maybe it was a couple or something cheating by having somebody with a cough in the audience who would cough to signal the answers, right? I was sat here and I was like, I swear to God, bro. Cause like I couldn't control, sometimes I would just cough like once, or I might cough like 2 or 3 times. And I was like, oh no. I read into it. I read into it too much. Nobody said anything to me, but it didn't change the fact that I was nervous. Because every question, JLPT is a fully A through D multiple, or like 1 through 4 multiple choice test. Every section is multiple choice. So I was like, damn, bro. It really would be the perfect system to be doing that right now. But I wasn't even the only one with a cough. There was like another person or two. Oh, you guys know what was so scary as well? When I came in, I bought like a plastic water bottle and removed the label before I came in, because it said on the website like you could only have a clear water bottle. Like you couldn't have like a see-through one. Normally I use like a metal one because you keep the water cold that way, but I actually bought bottled water, you know, whatever. And then I came in and they had this like slideshow. They had the whole PowerPoint ready about your test setup. And it said that you're allowed to have your photo ID, pencils, and erasers on your desk, and that was it, right? And I went and I was like, I can have my water, right? You know, like there's no labels. And they were like, you could have it during the breaks, but not during the test. And I was like, what? Like, dog, I'm sick. There's no way. And then I came back like 10 minutes later because I was bothered so much. And I was like, doesn't it say on the website that for like health reasons you can have water? Like, it's just a clear water bottle, bro. There's nothing on it, please. And thankfully, somebody else looked into it. They were like, you can have your water at your desk for now. I'm gonna look into it for you. And I'm like, thank you. And I remember that same proctor like started walking up to my table like 15 or 20, not even, no, it was like an hour later. Like at that point I had already assumed it was okay. And they started walking up to my desk and I was like, oh no, please, no. I was so sure they were coming to tell me that I had to put the water away. And they just came up to me and they were like, I just wanted to let you know that it is perfectly okay for you to have your water. I was like so relieved in that moment because I was so expecting them to be like, yo, no water, put it back. Because they're long tests, bro. There's like 2 40-minute sections and a 70-minute section. Like having no water while you have a cough, that would have been brutal. But we succeeded the Wawa check. Also, I'm gonna drink more water right now. Water check, first one in like 2 weeks. Hope you guys have been drinking water without the water checks. Don't die on me. But yeah, it is nice to be back. You know, I haven't eaten anything yet today either because I woke up at 10 and I think I went back to sleep for a little bit and then I went on my phone for a little bit and I looked at the time and I was like 11:05. And I like jumped out of I literally flew out of my bed, started setting up stream. But I had a family Christmas thing on the weekend, so I have cookies from when I went there. I took some back for me. My favorite, very mature and adult breakfast. It's my favorite recipe though. I made my ginger cookies that I think I've posted the recipe and like pictures and stuff in the Discord a couple times. Let me see if I probably have a picture of not this batch, but a different time I've made them out somewhere. I have to look. Yeah, I did find a picture. Let me see. Oh, you got sick during Thanksgiving? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're able to like see some of your family after the fact anyway. Here in Canada, we have like a different Thanksgiving timing than the US. It's in like October, I think. But I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving usually. When is Canadian Thanksgiving? Yeah, October 13th. Let me see. Boom. Oh my Zoom. Oh my goodness. But yes, look at these ones are a little thinner than the ones that I have right now actually. But look at the glorious cookies. That's a lot of powdered sugar as well. I went ham on the powdered sugar in that batch. But yeah. That's the Twi signature recipe right there. You got like, it's kind of like a molasses cookie that's flavored with like cinnamon and ginger and topped with a bunch of powdered sugar. Very good. I made brownies as well, and that was like mostly just because my grandma keeps asking me for brownies every time I go to visit now, just because she really likes chocolate, and well, I made the brownies one time, and now you know, Nothing will reduce me to being back to being a child, like seeing my grandma. Like, literally, I kid you not. I literally, like, I went to the Christmas thing, and my grandma came up to me and said hello, and she was like, "Did you bring my brownies?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was just like, "Good boy," and then walked away. I felt like so like goofy in that moment. but I mean, I'm glad she likes them at least, you know. But yeah, oh my god. Had to do some baking for the first time in a while. I haven't had enough time to cook or bake much particularly. Just between streaming and working and everything, it's been a lot. I haven't really talked too much about it either, but I come today bearing an announcement that I decided I guess just yesterday. I'm gonna quit my job early. I'm gonna actually be finishing my job at the end of this week, I think. So I'll be back onto regular content in time for Christmas and everything. Because I can't take it anymore, bro. I can't. I swear. Maybe it's because I got sick and it pulled me out of it for like a week. I don't know. But I can't stand retail, man. I can't. It's so much. Oh my god. To be fair, part of it is just where I work. Like, if it tells you anything, I'm working at the same store that I used to when I saved up for my VTuber model, like 2 and a bit years ago. Or actually just about 2 years ago now. And that store has gone from having like 5 or 6 managers to having 1 manager. And the staff turnover is probably about half. There's like half people that I remember and like half new people. It's not great. A lot of important people have been leaving. And you know, it's funny because I didn't realize this. I thought I got employed seasonally there, but they actually employed me as a permanent employee. And they thought I was just gonna cut my hours back after the season, like, cause I got interviewed and hired by one of my best friends from that store, who used to be a manager there. She left now, but after she left, I was like, I got employed here seasonally, by the way, right? And she was like, "No, you're permanent. I thought you were gonna cut your hours." And I just looked at her like, oop, like, and I was like, "What? It's not your problem anyway. You quit." Yeah. But funnily enough, I don't even think I'm gonna stay until seasonal stuff is over. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So, to be fair, the seasonal job was just so that I could better afford to do the big project TM for next year, because I could like sort of afford it, but it would cost me like almost everything that I've got put away right now. I think I've said this on stream before, but like, I live with my parents, and I have a very fortunate set of circumstances right now to where I have basically no expenses, right? Like, I can basically save all of my paychecks and like put it towards doing YouTube and stuff like that, just stuff that I want to work on. And so I have this like big project that I'm planning to do next year, but it costs me like almost everything I've got. So I went here. I originally was expecting that, like, based on, you know, like the fact that I'd only get to work for December and hours would be competitive, I'd probably save about 2,000 if I was lucky. In reality, I started in November and they were understaffed, so I got a lot of hours. And so even though I'm leaving early and I missed a week, I'll still make about 2,000. I could have stayed and made like 3,000 if I stayed until the end of the month, or like even, or well, actually it'd probably be a little more than 3,000, but not by much. No, it'd be about 3,000. Or I could have even stayed like halfway into January and cashed in like about 4,000 or something. But at the end of the day, I don't like desperately need the extra money, and it's just been so brutal on my mental to be working retail. Like, this is a kind of personal thing to talk about, but I guess some of you guys might have seen a while back before I got sick, I did like a Pokemon stream, and in the middle of the Pokemon stream, I was bored and we did an autism test on stream. But anyway, I've been pretty confident that I have autism for like quite a long time. Even before I knew that I had like a strong genetic tie in my family, which I now know. And even when I found out, I was kind of like, it'd be cool to get diagnosed, but like I don't really need to worry about it too much. And after working at retail again, I low-key want to get diagnosed, because if I ever need the disability money, it might be worth it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I hate to be a mooch, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I can hold down a retail job, but oh my god, it's brutal. Like, I have to mask myself so much. People don't understand. You, like, doing a retail job as a person with, like, the worst part is, so I have ADHD and autism, right? And I'm paid to be a cashier, which is entirely either putting up a face for other people while you go and you check them out, which actually isn't quite as bad as it sounds, but definitely can be a little draining, or just standing there, like literally just being paid to stand around, which is really boring. And the worst part is, like, they can be so like annoying over nothing sometimes. I feel like that it just makes me irrationally angry. William, what's up? But yeah, like, okay, yesterday, yeah, I worked yesterday. I have work from yesterday through Thursday. I work later today as well, chat. They booked me opening, closing, opening, bro. Ah! It's okay, last week. I just got a tough through one more. But yesterday, I kid you not, I spent like 5 hours while I was the only person running the cash register. In between all the customers, I had like 4 boxes of product that I was like putting a bunch of stickers and like seals and stuff on them for hours. And so I finally finished doing that. There is 15 minutes left in my shift. I'm like right there. I'm so close. And I'm tired. I was dead. Like, I was already really tired that day anyway, like before I started doing all of that. So I was exhausted. And I leaned forward on at cash, which not only have I done plenty of times before, but I've seen the other cashiers do it too, you know what I mean? Like, you just lean in a little bit, you know, you put your arms on the counter and you lean down. It's not like you're like flopped over dead like a fish or something. I mean, I've done that too. When it's more dead, I've done that too, when I'm like really going through it and I can't like hide it, but but you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with like leaning forward a little bit while you're standing, because you have to stand all day. You get like a 30-minute lunch where you can go sit in the back or whatever, but like while you're on the clock, you're standing, right? And my manager was like, don't lean on the counter. And I was like, why? Like, at that point, this is how you know I was too tired. Instead of just being like, okay, and like not worrying about it, I was like, why? And I kept leaning, and she was like, don't lean on the counter. I was like, why? And she was like, because you're in a work environment. I was like, so what? Like, I was so done yesterday. She was like, do you know how to go through the raid checklist? And I was like, no. I don't know exactly what they said, but at one point I was like, I'm really frustrated right now. Just tell me what you want to tell me. I was like, I was like, I'm done in 10 minutes. I'm really frustrated right now. Just say what you want to say. And we're like, you know, I'll just tell you another time. And I was like, thank you. Cause I had it, bro. That was like, I went home. I got a ride from my dad. I was like, thank God, I'm not in the mood to sit on the bus right now. I got a ride from my dad, and I just started bitching about my job on the way back. And I was like, you know what? No, I am gonna quit at the end of the week. These guys don't deserve 2 weeks. Fuck them. maybe it hurts my reference a little bit, but I don't want to go back into retail anyway, bro. I don't want to go back. I don't need their reference. I honestly don't think they would give me a bad reference anyway, but maybe if I, because the problem is like all of the managers I was closest with, they quit, bro. They're gone. But like I might still be able to use them and like get a good review if I needed it. But you know. Anyway, such is the story arc of Twi having had enough with retail. So I'm gonna make it through the week to be professional, somewhat, and then I'm gone. It's also because I want the money from the rest of the week, and then after that I'm like, all right, that's enough. I'm good, you know. Okay, let me see. I have another announcement to make that some of you guys might already be familiar with. Let me take a look. I just go. Oh my God! Wait, this project got announced. What? That's epic. I have to check that out off stream later. It's like even cooler than I thought it was. I kind of knew about a certain project, but not to the extent that it actually is. Wait, that's sick. Okay, I'm taking y'all real quick to the unholy lands of x.com. And the reason why would I do something so forsaken? It is because let me get a better crop here. Look at this. Oh wait, the music is playing over too. Actually, wait. You know what? Let me just go and shut my music up for a sec. Pause. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Let me. And then. There. Look at all of these cool people in the. Oh, I'm in the way. Ah! Move. Okay, bye. Look at that guy. How did he get in there? How did this guy sneak in here? What happened? No, I want to get off there. And lose my goat. But yeah, I snuck into Rita's Full Metal Alchemist cover project. Which, you know what the funniest part about that is? Chat? I hadn't even seen Full Metal Alchemist when I agreed to join this project. Rita was like, she messaged me. I'm gonna actually go and find the exact messages. Rita talked about this on her stream too, so I know it's fine. Where was it? I found it. Okay. I was talking about mixing plugins with Rita. Oh, this is how you got nerd moment exposed. I saw a sale on mixing plugins, and I was like, I was like, yo, Rita, do you ever like mix your own stuff? There's a sale going on for these right now, and they look pretty good. And anyway, I was talking about different stuff, and I messaged Rita one of them, and she was like, I think it was free actually. I think there was like one plugin that was completely free to get. And she was like, I'm excited. I think I'll try it for my upcoming Full Metal Albums cover project. And I was like, Bleach Album, the sequel. And then I was like, the Full Metal Alchemist project sounds awesome. You know, I'm just excited for her. And she was like, are you a fan of Full Metal Alchemist? And I was like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not caught up with most of the older anime, not gonna lie. And she was like, what about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? And I was just sat here like, I didn't even like consider the fact that I could watch one other than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's not what I said, but I was like, I haven't bothered starting it because it's like 50 plus episodes, and that's like too much of a commitment for me. And we talked for a bit, and I was like, I could watch it, you know, might start later this week. And then, you know, that was basically what it came down to. It was like, are you a Full Metal Alchemist fan? And I was like, I could be. And so I started Full Metal Alchemist, and I joined the project. You know what though? I have to say, good excuse to start watching it. I was in it for me too, cause I'd always wanted to watch it. I have a couple of friends who watched like way too much anime, like more than me by a lot. I have a friend that's watched more than double the amount of anime that I've watched. But none of them have finished Full Metal, and one of them, who has particularly bad taste, so I didn't really think about it too much, watched half of Full Metal and then dropped it. And I was like, I need to watch this for myself, because if he drops something, that's how you know it's good. If he thinks it's not that good, you know it's a banger right there. So I am also currently about halfway, 31 out of 64 through. I made it to the opening that I sing. I actually got deep enough that at least I've heard my song in the correct context. And I have to say, my friend was in fact tripping. It is a banger, bro. It's so good. Like, I'm excited, because apparently the ending's really good too. I'm excited to continue it. Yeah, exactly. It's like such a classic. I felt like I had to get around to it at some point. And like, this was just a good reason to start. Because normally I'm the type of person where I'll watch like 12 episode anime, maybe like 24. And if there's more seasons that come after, then it works out, because like I'll watch them. I already started it, right? But if I like go to approach an anime and it's like 50, 100, God forbid, like over 100 episodes, I'll look at that and I'll be like, ooh, that's a lot of time. And I won't do it. And I'll just be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to watch that. And so like, I end up not starting a lot of stuff like that, even though in the end I usually enjoy them. Like, I'm enjoying Full Metal quite a bit. But it definitely is heavy. I feel like there's like two categories of anime for me. There's like all of the shonen, like regular popular stuff that I don't normally have like the itch to watch. Like, I don't seek it out usually. But once I start them, I usually enjoy them. You know, like Full Metal. I'm caught up on Demon Slayer anime-wise. I'm enjoying it. It's good. Haikyuu. I think there might have been like a movie or something I didn't watch for Haikyuu, but Haikyuu was quite good. Like stuff like that. There's honestly not a ton of them. There's so many like really popular anime that I need to watch. But oh, Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone. That show bangs. But yeah, and then the other category is I'll watch like usually kind of trashy, but just in general, I love slice of life or like romance or both. And I'll just like, when I'm like stressed or like, you know, I need something chill and just like that I know will like kind of like a pick me up, I'll go and I'll watch like a really short anime in like a day or two. Like, Frieren is like a really quality example of the stuff that I like. I think Frieren might be, it's like a really close tie for my favorite anime. I really loved Frieren. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I like the trashy anime. I'll give you an example. I've been really like kind of stressed after I started work again while I'm still recovering from my cold. And in like the past 3, or I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 days ago, in like a span of 2 days, I watched a 12 episode anime called Studio Apartment, Good Lighting, Angel Included, which I haven't watched one of these in a while. But it was like one of those animes where you just have like the super like bland, really easy to self-insert main character guy, and some like way too like fortunate, nice like girl just spawns in his life and makes his life easy, and I'm like, I need this right now. Give me my suspension of disbelief. How nice it would be if I could just come home from work, have nice food, cute person. I mean, I kind of have that. My dad is like not much of a cook, but he still makes food for me a decent amount of the time, and I'm very grateful for that. Watching a recent anime about wait, yo, I started that one, but I kind of like just forgot about it midway through. Which one was it? VTuber なんだが配信切り忘れたら伝説になってた. This one. VTuber legend, how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. It's this one, right? Is that the one you're talking about, or is there another VTuber one now? I have to assume it's this one. I remember I watched 5 episodes of this like while it was airing, and then I just kind of forgot about it. It was kind of funny. I think that the opening episode, like the opening couple episodes, were really strong, and then it felt like it was just kind of alright in like the middle from what I saw, and I kind of forgot about it. But I heard that the ending is good, so maybe I'll pick it back up. Not me like thinking about picking up stuff while I'm still watching Full Metal 2. Oh my god. Yeah, oh wait, this isn't even... Oh, this was back in October, to be fair, that I watched a different rom-com one. But man, the fact that I've been starting to watch some of these again, bro, that's how you know I'm going through it. The 12, once the 12 episodes start coming back, that's how you know I'm going through it. I remember, okay, you guys want to know a banger 12 episode though? I think it was back in October or maybe even September, I don't remember which. Shiny told me I should watch Ya Boy Kongming, and dude, it was so good. Ya Boy Kongming was cracked, bro. Like most of the time I'll watch like trashy 12 episodes and they'll be like an 8 out of 10 for me, you know what I mean? Like a solid anime, doesn't do anything too crazy, it's just good. This one was the first time in a while that I gave a 12 episode a 9. Like, ooh, it was a good one. It was really fun. I really like, I'm like trying to convince, there's like too many good 12 episodes that I need to convince my friend to watch, because he hasn't been watching as much anime recently. But I need to get him to watch Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night, because that show is maybe my favorite anime ever, which is crazy given that it's a 12 episode. If you like the VTuber anime, I think you would totally like Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's so good, bro. It's so good. It's like this anime about... It's like the most unique take on like a girl group anime that I've ever seen, because they have, it's like a YouTube, like it's like a group that does music on YouTube basically. It's like you have the singer girl, you have like a VTuber that helps like edit their music videos and like do marketing with them and stuff. Like the VTuber friend is like the all-rounder. They have like a song composer, they have an artist in the group. So it, like everything comes together to be like a very like VTuber, like Utaite culture oriented like music group, and they like flesh it out. It's really cool, honestly. It expresses like the artistic experience so well in a medium that resonates like so close to home with me. I really love it. It's a really great anime. Chin, my boy, we're just talking about how you need to watch Jellyfish. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, banger anime, highly recommend. It's so good, man, so good. Yeah, I don't think I ever talked about it on stream. I also watched in October, I checked out I did what I gotta do every once in a while. I checked out the seasonal rom-com, you know, flavor of the month or whatever. I watched Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that one. It was kind of cute, honestly. I liked it enough. It didn't do anything crazy, but it was a cute one, you know. I like the main character can speak Russian, but he doesn't reveal it because he's just a coward. And the girl just like says her feelings out loud in Russian because she thinks that he can't understand anyway. And so, you know, it was funny. It definitely had like, it was like a clever concept for like the comedic aspect of it. I liked it. I feel like as somebody who has spent a large amount of time studying a language, I would only, like, I can't wait for the day that I could go to Japan, somebody will see me and automatically assume I can't speak Japanese, and then I can scare the shit out of them by being able to. Like, I don't mean it in the sense of like, I'm going to be like, white guy goes to Japanese restaurant and shocks the waiter, like, nothing like that, you know what I mean? But like, but just in like an average, like everyday sense of like, you know, maybe they'll just like come up to you and like assume that you don't speak Japanese or whatever, because a lot of people don't, and then you can, and you just kind of see like the light bulb flick for them. It's like, oh, like this guy can speak. I feel like it'll be a really cool moment when I finally get to go to Japan, period. I can't wait, bro. It'll be so sick when I finally get to do a Japan trip, but it probably won't be for a while. I would be surprised if in the next year, maybe in the next 2 years, I'll get to go. That would be pretty cool. But one day I gotta go for sure. You know, I'm getting my JLPT, so I don't even think that will actually help me at all. That would probably only matter if I wanted to get like a visa or something, but I have no plans to actually live in Japan. I just want to visit. I guess that's kind of like one of the weird things about it, is like I spent so much time learning Japanese, but I don't actually really plan on living in Japan, you know what I mean? I more or less just kind of want to visit and just sort of like see what's up. But I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of difficult to move away from like my friends and family and live somewhere where there's some cultural parallels, but it's still very different, you know what I mean? Like the working environment's different too. It'd be interesting either way. It'd definitely be interesting. Yeah, okay, so what did I talk about today? I talked about JLPT. I talked about the Christmas thing. I talked about my work. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I had a funny story from work, actually. I met one of the weirdest customers I've ever met. It was so goofy, bro. How do I always pull the nut jobs, bro? It's always me. And the crazy thing is, I almost never have to deal with weird people anymore, because I'm a cashier. Like, I just save my rehearsed lines, and I check them out. You know, the salespeople are the ones that got to deal with the weird people, right? But this day was slow, so I was out on the floor dusting instead of being at the cash register. We had 2 cashiers, and they were like, we don't need 2 cashiers right now. And I was like, I'm gonna go dust. So I'm walking around just dusting off some shelves or whatever. And this like middle-aged guy, he comes up to me and he's like, hello sir, what's your name? And I was like, I don't know, we'll say, I'm Twi. Like I didn't tell him, I didn't say Twi obviously, but you guys get what I mean, right? And he was like, he like paused for a bit and he was like, Twi, do you know how much God loves you? You know how much Jesus loves you. And he talked to me. He started going on this like huge like religious spiel about how people these days how people these days are getting, you know, they're not, you know, fostering their relationship with God. And how lots of people will go to hell. Like, he was talking about people going to hell and shit. And how, he was like, 17 years ago, I found God, and it saved my life. I have no addictions, no drugs, no alcohol, no. And he started to go and like whisper. I'm surprised he had any social awareness. He was like, we're gonna. I don't know if I should say that word on YouTube. Let's say having fun, by yourself. Watching the interesting videos. Like just outright just said it. Yeah, anyway, he just rattles off to me like an absolute just crazy person for like 5 minutes. And he was starting to wrap up the conversation. And the whole time, I haven't been saying anything. I've just been like... I'm just sitting here nodding like, Yep, like, Yeah, I'm just sitting here nodding. And like, I'm not even dusting anymore. I'm just like awkwardly standing here, duster in hand, like waiting for this guy to stop talking. And anyway, he finally is coming to his conclusion, and I messed up. I made the mistake of, instead of just saying bye, of saying like, I'm glad you were able to find peace through God. Because then he started talking for another 5 minutes to me. And same thing happened in the end. He was like, thank you for listening. And I was like, yeah, of course. Have a great day. And he walked away. And I was dead. That was really funny. Yeah, there are some things that you just don't need to say, But it was funny. It was a really slow shift. It was actually, I'm glad that I met that guy because it was a slow shift and I was really bored. And that was very funny. You guys have no idea how boring it is to work a job where you're paid to do nothing a decent amount of the time. It sucks, dude. Like, you would think, oh, like free money. You're not even doing anything. You're just standing around. You're getting paid. Nah, bro, you don't understand. Even if you have music, like, if it's not your own music, you just end up tuning it out after a while. And like, oh my, it's so boring, bro. Like, you're just standing there for hours and like you can't do anything. Because when you're a cashier, you can't leave the cash register. You can't even like mix up what you're doing because somebody's got to be at the cash register. Like, what if somebody needs to check out, right? It's like you can't mentally clock out because you always got to be ready if somebody wants to buy something or like ask you a question. But you also, when you're like mentally clocked in, there's like nothing stimulating. You're just standing there. Like, maybe it's worse for me because I have ADHD, but it's so brutal, bro. It's honestly kind of worse than what, nah, I don't know if it's worse than when I did sales, because sales is really draining for different reasons, but it's not great. And like, I don't want to touch retail again with a 10-foot pole unless I am like going broke. That's honestly how I feel about it. I don't want to work retail anymore, bro. It's not great. I'm gonna finish out my week and then I'm gone. Because at the end of the day, like, my philosophy with money, in my current situation anyway, when you have like a lot of expenses that you got to pay from month to month, savings can be really important. Because, you want to make sure that you can accommodate if something goes, like, not according to plan. And even so, I still always keep some savings for myself. But, I think that I have more of an attitude of, like, right now is, like, an opportune time in life. And so, like, saving money, I can't save enough money that it can guarantee me much wealth anyway in terms of like investing and stuff like that. So it's better to save the money for a purpose and then actually use it on that purpose, even if it feels bad to see number go down in bank account. Like, as long as I'm getting what I want out of it, I think that it's like not a bad thing to invest in my career that way, right? So, I got a lot of cool stuff. I can't read all of them for you because it would be spoilers. But I have posted on my door a list of my goals for 2025. How many bullet points we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 15 bullet points for next year. And this is pretty much all pertaining to my VTuber stuff. Next year, we're doing big things. Cheers to that with my water because I drink water. It is a large list. I got a lot of things I want to do. What can I say? I got a lot of stuff planned. I'm really excited. I also have a lot of stuff not planned that I'm gonna find a way to do anyway. I was gonna say, oh, also, I got an emote artist, guys. I have emotes on the way so soon. Hopefully, assuming if we don't have any major delays, they'll probably be ready by the end of the year. But if they get delayed a little, I'm not gonna be too mad about that. So we'll have emotes soon. Let's go. I'm excited. Finally. I also, I was supposed to, I don't know if you guys would remember, I talked about having a project in November that I was supposed to release, that I never ended up releasing. It's not really because I got sick. I got sick after I was supposed to release that project for the most part anyway. I had a not super great experience with an artist that made me just kind of want to cancel that project. And it would have been difficult anyway, because this tells you guys how busy I am in terms of like projects that I have planned. I was planning to do that project in November, and as soon as it was going to cross over to becoming a December project, I literally probably wouldn't have been able to pick it back up until at least April. I have too many other things. Maybe I could have squeezed it in for January. Maybe. That's like the only reality though. And it would have been putting aside more important projects to do that in some ways too. So I was like, whatever, bro. And as it turns out, I'm in the refund process right now. I might be able to get my money back. But it ended up being a great thing because at the expense of that November project, I think we're gonna have a way cooler Christmas project, y'all. I'm excited. I'm working on a little something. I need my voice to recover a little more than it's at right now so that I can go and record my part for it. I actually have a few projects that might be coming out this Christmas. Eyes emoji. But not all mine. But the Full Metal Alchemist one is the only public one right now, I think. But keep your eyes peeled. I was, you know, I ended up sort of being like, I'm gonna sign up for a lot of people's projects that are happening in December, and then deadlines started rolling around, and I was like, why did I do this to myself? But I did do it to myself. So a lot of cool stuff. In the end, I'm glad that I signed up for a lot of stuff. It was fun. But yeah, we got some more projects at the end of this year. I'm excited to get back to doing streams as well. I haven't been able to do like any members content just because I haven't been able to do any content. But I'll probably worry about that starting like next week since I'll be back to full-time streaming again. I don't know what streams I want to do this week. What do you guys think? I'm way behind it, but there's a new Honkai story. I'm like way too far back though. We haven't even started Penacony yet. I haven't played hardly at all off stream. I saw some people were saying I should do some side stories before I go to Penacony as well. So I don't actually know where we're going next in Honkai, but I do want to pick it back up because it's been a bit. So that could definitely be fun. Oh, you know what else I should do? You know, my highest viewership stream ever, all thanks to a random raid from Rita, was me playing like the hardest Pokemon ROM hack, right? I started a run of that off stream while I was sick, and I was grinding, bro. I played so much, I got past the 4th gym. I was cracked. The run died afterwards, because like I didn't realize it at the time, but normally what you do is you'll like skip a bunch of encounters like earlier in the game so that you can get good Pokemon after the 4th gym. And I didn't do any of that, and my box was looking like Swiss cheese. It was just full of holes. Like all my dudes were dead. So the run died shortly after, but I kind of want to try streaming it again. Just because like now I feel like I understand the game a lot better. It would be fun to like try and get a good run on stream. Oh, I have another project I have to announce actually that I just sort of like on a whim decided I was gonna do like a couple days ago actually. So some of you guys may know that I like to play Osu. Let me pause this and see what I pull up. Oh, I got clips that I could play actually. Wait, I recorded some clips. Which one is? Oh, this is the really cool one. Oh, I gotta show this one on stream. This one is sick. Why is it lagging so bad? Come on, File Explorer. I believe in you. You could do it. Osu World Cup happened on oh, I just pulled up like immediately. Sweet. It happened over the weekend and it was insane. It was super exciting. And so I got in the mood to play tournament again, but not actually because Osu tournaments kind of suck. So I did a map pool and I asked a friend of mine who is not like, who's relatively close to me in terms of rank. He's a bit better than me, but it's not like unwinnable by any means. If he would want to do a show match on my stream, like we did in the good old days before I was Twi. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna have to set up a couple of my mods. At current, the plan is to have a show match commentated by my friend and moderator here, Chin, who is rank 200 in Osu. He's the GOAT. And he used to commentate when I would do like little show matches. And Shiny, who does not play Osu, admittedly, but is an amazing commentator. And we're gonna put the two of them on the mic for over me and my friend playing. It's one of my mods here as well, actually. His name is Osage. You guys might have seen. But it's gonna be really fun. Here's a clip from one of the maps in the map pool where I hit like a really nasty pattern. It was so sick. Look at this. Peep this. Got some tech map here, some dubstep. My favorite producer, Camellia. I'm getting back and forth, bro. Like, check me out. Like, it's gonna be like, you know, not terrible level. Like, this is actually pretty hard maps, you know what I mean? Like, I've been back and forth, even though I only started playing again like a few days ago. I feel like I'm hitting some good clips. I did miss it like the saddest way on this, I swear. That combo was insane though. This is like my first time trying this map in like a year, and I just like somehow comboed that like whole section. I should have missed there. And then I actually missed on like nothing right there. Yeah, I know. That map is honestly like, that's one of the best clips I think I've ever hit in that game. It was honestly a really, really good clip. I was very surprised when I hit it. Let me see. Let me actually pull up the map pool. You got. Oh, I have to warn you guys. I have to warn you guys. This is going to be a light mode jump scare. It's not too much light mode. There's a little bit. I've made the Google Sheet itself dark mode for the most part, but I can't change the Google Sheets UI to be not light mode. So, if you get blinded, my apologies. Boop. Let me also layer this underneath of chat. There you go. You guys get to be, oh wait, it's kind of blocking everything though. That's okay. We can like, maybe I'll hide chat for a bit. You guys can come back in a sec. We got some banger songs here because a very important aspect of map pooling to me is I do not pick maps that are like good in a tournament sense, quote unquote, but they are not good songs. I don't do that. We don't do that here. That's not fun. I only pick fun maps that are also bangers. So we got a lot of iconic songs in the Osu context and also not in the Osu context. I tried to pick a lot of songs that you guys might like. We got Thrill Risk Heartless by Lisa. Is this one actually from an anime? I'm not 100% sure. Okay, it is from Sword Art Online, I figured. Really, really good song. I love this song, and it's a really cool map. We got Valley of the Veil. This is like a classic Osu power metal song where you're just shredding. It's kind of like a similar vibe, similar but like chiller vibe to Dragon Force, if you guys know like Through the Fire and Flames or anything like that. Any Guitar Hero fans out there. We got Dance in the Game. I think it's from Classroom of the Elite. Really good song. I love Zach. Very good artist. We got, this is the map I just showed you guys. Let's Jump by Camellia. This song is an absolute banger. I love Camellia. Probably my favorite producer ever. I've always been a fan of his stuff in like the rhythm game community, but Camellia also works with Hololive a lot now, if you didn't know that. Very, very cool. It makes me so happy to see somebody that I've loved for so long from a completely different sphere get so involved with like the VTuber community and stuff. I was like, oh my god, like that's so sick. But yeah, love Camellia. Freedom Dive. If you guys are in with Osu, that's one of the most famous plays ever. Was a really old score on Freedom Dive. Playing God by Polyphia. I feel like Polyphia went viral a while ago as well. But they're like an instrumental band that does a lot of like polyrhythmic stuff, and like it's just a really cool song. If you guys have never heard Playing God, it's a sick song. I love that song. We got Yudatsu no Ribbon, classic song. This version is by Kano, who is I was gonna say like a pretty famous utaite, especially in the Osu context, but I think she's also a VTuber now, if I'm not mistaken, which is cool. Love Kano, great voice. We got Unwelcome School. Unwelcome School is iconic, bro. It's a classic. I haven't even played Blue Archive, but like everybody knows Unwelcome School. Like, come on, that's a sick song. Reincarnation Apple by Pinocchio P. I don't know if everybody will know that song specifically by Pinocchio P, but it's a really good song. I love it. Maybe I should actually pause the BGM and I can like show you guys like the little like snippets of the songs. I swear they're in like kind of bad quality off the website, but oh no, it's like fine. Oh, it's gonna like cut off in a bad spot, but like it's a catchy song. I really like that song. We got Mesmerizer. You guys like Mesmerizer? I'm not gonna bother going through like the preview point of every song. It's okay. We got Mesmerizer, really cool song. Maybe I'll do a map pool showcase at some point. Before the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you guys probably wouldn't be that invested in it, but we got Ghost by Suisse. Absolute classic. Chef's Kiss. Beautiful. Love that song forever. Burning Star. This is like a really iconic song that was in last year's Osu World Cup. It's like an easier difficulty, but still fun map. Knight Rider. This is just a cool song. Usao is like another dubstep artist, and it's like in a tournament usually I'll have like a couple of like maps that have like a gimmicky specific skill set. So like this one is like precision aim, like the circles are really small. I had to put something in there, so I was like, let me just make sure that I pick a good song. It's a good map anyway. We got Bang Bang by Green Day. Actual English song in the pool. Bang Bang is a really fun map set. I feel like it's really iconic in the Osu community, even though people wouldn't necessarily expect it. Great song. Love Bang Bang. And the map's really fun too. It'll be a very exciting one if it actually comes into play. We got Santa San. You know, it's gonna be almost Christmas time when we actually play. Had to put it in there. I think I'm probably gonna have to ban this map. Everybody bans 2 maps as well. You ban the 2 that you're the worst at, usually. We got that. We got Sweet Sweet Magic Nobody Will Ever Know Ever. This is a random song, but it's Eurobeat and it's catchy. We got Rita on the track. Not Rita Kamishiro, but it is a person named Rita. We got Dreamwalker. This is another famous Osu song. Let me put you all on game for the other Rita though, because her voice is really nice. Really catchy, honestly. She's a great voice. But I will probably also have to ban this map. But great song, great song. Shout out Rita. Shout out both Ritas. And then we have I'm the Rain. This is the song that I covered. Do you guys remember my cover? Fun fact, my friend Osage is named after Osage-chan, who is like the Vocaloid in Inabakumori, like in all of their songs. This is the Vocaloid. Their name is Osage. So my friend is so into Osage that they're completely named after that. And as a tradition, anytime that we do a show match, I always will put at least one Inabakumori song in the map pool. So I was like, if I'm doing it on this channel, it has to be I'm the Rain. Now the downside of that is that this is the hardest map in the pool. This map is like unbelievably messed up, and I might get like a C rank in match, but I can't ban it because it's for the fans and it's for my boy. So I have to play it. And then the tiebreaker, I don't expect you guys to know Imperial Circus Dead Decadence, but they're very iconic. This would be a really exciting song if we play tiebreaker. We'll probably play the tiebreaker even if it doesn't actually go to that, just for fun. But yeah, we're gonna do a show match. We're gonna have Sheen and Shiny commentate it. I don't have an exact date yet. It'll probably be in like a week or something, but it'll be very epic. Please look forward to the Osu show match. Yeah. What are we doing? I was announcing another little project for the winter for me. I'm gonna do a little show match with my friend on Osu because I watched Osu World Cup and I was inspired. So I made a map pool and we're gonna play. Get a couple of the mods. We're gonna have the modcast hop on. Okay, let me tell you guys something really crazy. In the Osu World Cup, the United States has won 8 of the past 9 world championships. They lost in 2017. That is the last time they lost. It's been 6 years. And finally, South Korea got the dub. Let's go. I've been waiting for anybody else to shake up the scene, bro. Australia was really close too. Australia played them in losers finals and they took it to tiebreaker. They went, but they lost 7-6 in the end. It was so close, bro. It was so close. But they lost. And then South Korea, it was crazy. I'm gonna spoiler the match. So if you actually want to watch it, just like mute for a sec. I'm gonna blink 3 times in a row when I'm done talking. But anyway, okay. Spoiler warning, done. It was looking bad. South Korea went down 1-4, and then they won 6 maps in a row and won the match 7-6 or 7-4. They actually like the US had a few like wins at the start, and then Korea was like, nah, I'd win, and then just boom, just 6 wins in a row. They actually like turned on, bro. They were crazy. It was really sick. Okay, wait. Boop boop. That pick up correctly? Boop boop boop. There. I should learn how to blink in Morse code so that I can make funny bits and signal things to you guys. Wouldn't that be funny if we all learned Morse code just to troll people? You know, I have a friend that probably actually knows Morse code. I have a friend who's really obsessed with playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Do you guys know Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes? I feel like you guys have probably seen it, because there's been quite a few infamous streams over the years. Especially, you know, there was the, what was it, Callie and Corone one? They're like, oh, I'm die, thank you forever. But, I have a friend who's like, he like mods the game and plays like absolutely ridiculous bombs and stuff. I've never gotten that into it, but I do want to try. I really want to stream that game at some point because I do think it's a funny game, but I also feel like in a lot of ways, I'm also like pretty comfortable being the one with like the manual. It would be good if I could set up a stream in a way that both of us could take turns being the diffuser and the manual person. Actually built a tool in Unity for K-10? Oh, that's how I know you're a tryhard. You called it K-10. Yep. Been there, done that. Super fun. It's a really cool game, honestly. I definitely think it would be fun to bust it out sometime. I have too many games to play, bro. I have so many games and anime and everything. I'm so excited to not have work anymore, you guys. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I'm so sick of having a job. Like, I have genuinely missed being able to just, like, look forward to stream every morning so much, bro. You guys have no idea. Like, breaking my routine from that has sucked. I'm so excited to just get out. I don't even know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I have like so many projects for next year that I'll probably spend the end of this year finishing the Christmas project and prepping for when I lock in next year. But I'm excited. Those 15 bullet points aren't gonna cross themselves off, you know. I got a lot of work to do if I want to achieve all of my goals for next year as a VTuber. But I did what you gotta do. I posted my goal list on my door, so every morning when I wake up, before I go to the bathroom, before I get food, before I leave my room, I will remember what I'm working for. And that's what it's about, you know what I mean? That's how you keep the drive. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I honestly think that next year is gonna be the craziest year of my life. I'm so stoked. But before we get that far, I still don't even know what I'm gonna stream. I want to do at least like another 2 streams this week. I don't know when. I think we'll do some sort of celebratory stream on Sunday because that's when my job is over. So I think that'll be fun. And we'll probably, maybe I'll just do Friday because I have Friday off. Like I work Monday through Thursday. No, I need Friday open because I need to record. I could stream tomorrow before work, or I could stream Thursday after work. That's my options. We could hit the like 5 or 5:30 p.m. stream on Thursday, or we could hit the 11 a.m. stream tomorrow, I guess. I guess it probably depends what I want to stream tomorrow then, right? What do I play? What do you guys want to see? I feel like there's a lot of games that I could pick up. Could do some Osu practice, could do Pokemon, could do Honkai, could do something else. I don't know. I mean, what do I have downloaded on Steam right now? I got Bloons. I got Golf with, I was playing Golf with Your Friends a bit while I was sick, actually. That game is really fun. I need to do Golf with Your Friends at some point as like a collab stream, because that game is really fun. Oh, there's Hades. I forgot we played Hades. And Love Ghosty. I forgot we played Love Ghosty. That game is cute. And Web Fishing. Oh, Web Fishing's cute. What else we got here? Oh, we played Plants vs. Zombies. That was fun. Rocket League. I played a little Rocket League, actually. I got back into Rocket League a little bit. Not much, if I'm being honest. But while I was sick, I did play a little Rocket League. I feel like it would be fun to get Grand Champ back one day, but it's like fun in concept and not fun in practice. Grand Champion in Rocket League is too hard, bro. I've done it before, but you gotta grind. It's not easy. Like, also, why am I so far off to the side still? I forgot about that. Let me come back. Maybe one day I'll get it back, but I don't know, man. I'm content just being like champ rank, barely. Good enough, bro. It's hard. Oh my god, Valhalla. Wait, I like totally put this game down, bro. I haven't touched Valhalla in so long. We gotta pick Valhalla back up next week, I think. I think next week when I have more time, I want to pick that story back up. I'm Super Bunny Man. I forgot that I bought this game. I was playing it with Echo, dude. Oh, that could be funny. I mean, I have a lot of games from like when we did the summer sale that I still haven't downloaded yet either. There's so many things. But I feel like some of it is because like my taste changed a little bit. Like at the time, I was in my Elden Ring grind set and I was like, Souls-like games, that's the money right there. That's the good stuff. And then, I don't know, it kind of lost some of its charm for me. After a while, I got a little tired of it. I can't lie. I don't know. Maybe what I'll probably do is I'll just decide what it is that I want to play, and then I'll do it. Oh yeah, Core Keeper. I forgot about that game. I still need to actually buy it. I'll probably wait until it goes on sale again. It looks interesting. I hope. The one thing that I'm like not the most certain about with Core Keeper is like, I think that what I really like about Terraria is the bosses and like the prepping for bosses and everything like that. And I don't know if Core Keeper is as much like combat oriented like that, or if it's more based in like the survival aspects. Because I feel like if it's more in the survival stuff, I'd probably just play Minecraft at that point, which I haven't played in a long time, to be fair. But man, we should do like, I don't even know how it would go, but we should do Minecraft sometime. That could be cool. What if we had a Twiknights Minecraft server? Or we could hit like the ultra throwback, go on like Mineplex or Hypixel or something. Nah, I don't know that I would actually do that, but it would be funny. Or the actual throwback. I used to have like hella play this mod called Pixelmon. Because what Pixelmon basically was, is it was open world Pokemon before open world Pokemon existed. Like the survival Minecraft was just a vessel to play Pokemon at that point. And so I would run a server with my friend and we would just like build strong teams and then play against each other. But neither of us played competitively at the time. And that was pretty fun. I liked that. I feel like I would need to have my competitive friends in on it to have it be worth it nowadays, and I feel like nobody would have enough time. But I do like Pixelmon. It has a special spot in my heart. Definitely more like mining and setting up automation for resources to get good gear. I see. Okay. I don't know. I would probably have to look into it a little more, but I definitely think at some point I could probably check it out. I mean, if it's got like adjacent points to Terraria, I'd probably enjoy it in some capacity, at least anyway. So many games, bro. So many games. I've been thinking as well about like how I'm gonna, if I want to do any sort of like Japanese type stuff, because I did have fun doing the Japanese study stream, even though like now I wrote the test, so like it's over. I don't know. I still want to do Japanese stuff. Let me share one secret with you guys, okay? I'm gonna tell you one bullet point off of my 15 bullet point list for my 2025 goals, okay? You ready? I have a bullet point that I want to have a JP collab stream at some point, and I don't want it to be forced. I want to make a friend, at least one, and have a Japanese collab stream at some point. So I gotta keep my level up, if nothing else, for that. Cause I mean, I have like one Japanese VTuber friend. I have Vega, but Vega doesn't stream much. He's mostly focused on his music, which is great, cause his music is great. And I think the only other time he ever streamed was he played Kingdom Hearts for like 50 hours straight or something insane. Dude's a mad lad. Dude is a certified mad lad. But I haven't talked to Vega in a while, actually, just because he's really busy and I'm pretty busy now too. But he's a cool guy. We also didn't talk in Japanese a lot, to be fair, because he's actually pretty fluent in English. Like, obviously it's not like native level, but he's like he's fluent enough that we were able to talk a fair amount. And I, on the other hand, at the time, my Japanese was a bit rustier than it is right now, so I would have struggled to talk about that much in Japanese as well, right? Whereas now, I feel like I'm more at a level where I can actually, like, at least over text, I can, like, totally hold conversations, and over spoken word, I can, like, kind of hold conversations, which is better than it was, I think. My listening ability is a lot better than it used to be, and I think that I'm getting better at, like, verbalizing my thoughts in Japanese as well. But obviously, still a lot more to go. I feel like I don't have the motivation and the energy to do what all the people that get really good at Japanese without living there do, which is they're like, oh, it's all input, bro. I just listened to like 12 hours of Japanese a day. I'm like, are you good, bro? Like, how? Like, what? You wake up, you throw on the Japanese podcasts, you have them on, you know, you go take your shower, you got your waterproof earbuds so you can keep it on. You go make your food, still listening. Then you sit down and you grind your Anki flashcard deck. And then after you're done with that intense session, you hop on VR chat and go language exchange on the Japan Shrine World. Then you go and you watch some anime, maybe even TV drama, because you're not about that anime Japanese. You want the real Japanese. You want the conversational stuff. And then you throw on another relaxing video in Japanese while you go lay down to go to bed. It's like, I'm sorry, bro. If it works for you, that's wonderful, but I can't do anything like that. Perhaps VTubers in general are more fluent at English than the general population. The internet is just full of English. That is true. That is true. But there are also a lot of VTubers that are Japanese that aren't that fluent at English, I think, because the culture is from Japan. Like, it grew in the global audience because of its success in Japan and the domestic market. And like, as a result of that, it's perfectly viable to be a VTuber that doesn't speak English if you speak Japanese, and I think there's still a lot of them that are like that. So I think there's definitely, like, there's a lot that at least have like a decent level of English, but there's also, I think, a lot that don't. Something I guess I'm more interested in is, like, I want to explore the culture on that side more. Like, I want to talk to the VTubers that don't, like, engage with, like, a Western audience as much, and, like, kind of see what's different, right? Like, see how it changes, see what kind of, like, content and, like, stuff they're more perceptive to, like community, how the community is like, what kind of norms there are. Those are all things that will vary from streamer to streamer, no matter what culture you're from and like what language you speak and whatnot, I think. But I think that difference in perspective is intriguing to me, and it would bring me more perspective on my own community and my own content to engage with that, because I'm inspired a lot by Japanese creators and like the Japanese audience too. So, like, you know, I think it would be pretty cool. I think it'd be interesting. Okay, look at the time here. Look at the time. I should probably make sure that I eat lunch before I go and work an entire whole shift. That would not be a bad idea. But I would like to reiterate one more time for the people. I'm gonna quit my damn job, bro. I can't anymore. I'm leaving at the end of this week. So, we'll be back soon. And I'll probably stream either tomorrow or Thursday as well. And definitely Sunday. 100% Sunday. Oh, I've seen that! Well, I haven't, like, seen it in action, but I've heard about it. Like, the live translation. That kind of stuff is crazy. I don't think it'll be that good for a while, but that is... Because, like, even the actual translators right now are kind of scuffed for English to Japanese. There isn't really, like... DeepL is the closest you can get, and there's a lot that it doesn't translate properly. And it lacks nuance sometimes, but it's better than Google Translate though. But it'll be interesting to see for sure. But anyway, yes. Thank you guys so much for checking in on me. I missed you guys a lot. And I'm glad that I was able to come and talk to you guys about how everything's been and whatnot. I hope you guys have all been doing great. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to stream for like 2 weeks or whatever. But we're back now, and that's what matters. And we'll be back again very soon. Hopefully. I'm gonna say we're probably gonna do the evening stream on Thursday is my best guess. I think we're gonna do stream on Thursday at like 5 or 5:30. I'll have the waiting room up some point tomorrow, if not tonight. I gotta see. Probably what it comes down to is if I can get a ride home or if I gotta take transit home to see when I can like reliably get back in time for. Actually, I could probably do 5 either way. I'll probably do 5 p.m. Eastern, a little evening stream, and then we'll be back on the normal morning streams on like all the normal days and everything starting next week, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys very much. Oh, look forward to the Rita Full Metal Alchemist cover project. I don't know when mine is coming out, but you should listen to all of them because all the ones that I've heard so far have been absolutely banging. They're really good. So you should definitely check that out. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday, okay?